The Oakwood Country Club's annual charity gala was in full swing, crystal chandeliers reflecting off designer gowns and family heirlooms. I stood at the edge of the ballroom, sipping sparkling water while watching my sister Victoria hold court among the city's elite. And then, she laughed, her diamond bracelet catching the light. Amanda tried to apply for membership. Can you imagine? A real estate agent thinking she belongs at Oakwood? Her little circle of socialites tittered appropriately. I checked my watch. 20 minutes until the announcement. Speaking of belonging, Victoria's voice carried deliberately across the marble floor. Catherine, darling, what are you doing here? This event is for members only. I turned to face my sister, taking in her perfect updo and custom-made gown. I was invited. By whom? Her smile was pure venom. Surely not as a potential member. This club is for successful people, dear. Not. She gestured vaguely at my simple black dress. Whatever it is you do. If she only knew what I really did. What I'd been quietly building while she played society queen. Actually, I kept my voice soft. Mr. Bradford invited me. Something about an important announcement. Victoria's perfectly plucked eyebrows rose. William Bradford, the board president? I checked my watch again. 10 minutes. Don't be ridiculous. William would never. She stopped as the man himself approached us. Catherine, there you are. William Bradford, 70 years old and still sharp as a tack, smiled warmly. Everything's prepared. Shall we? Victoria's mouth opened and closed like a designer fish. William, what's going on? All in good time, my dear. He offered me his arm. Catherine? I took it, allowing him to lead me toward the podium at the front of the ballroom. Behind us, I could hear Victoria hissing to her friends, trying to make sense of what was happening. The microphone feedback cut through the elegant murmur of conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, William's voice commanded attention. Thank you all for coming to our annual charity gala. Before we begin the auction, I have an important announcement regarding the future of Oakwood Country Club. The room stilled. These people had been members for generations. Change wasn't something they welcomed. As you know, our club has faced certain financial challenges in recent years. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that those challenges have been resolved, thanks to our new owner. The whispers started immediately. Oakwood had been member-owned for a century. Please join me in welcoming the new owner of Oakwood Country Club, Ms. Catherine Pierce. The silence was absolute. I stepped forward, accepting the microphone from William while scanning the crowd. There, Victoria, her face drained of color, gripping her champagne glass like it might save her. Thank you, William. I smiled at the assembled crowd. I know change can be unsettling, especially for an institution as storied as Oakwood. But I assure you, the club's traditions will be respected. I paused. Most of them, anyway. Victoria pushed through the crowd. This is impossible. You can't afford. You don't have the resources. I finished for her. Actually, sister dear, I have quite a lot of resources. While you were busy planning charity galas, I was building an investment empire. 15 hotels, 12 residential developments, and now, I gestured around the ballroom, 1 historic country club. You're lying, she whispered. I nodded to William, who distributed folders to the board members. The transfer documents are complete. The staff has already been notified. And the first change, I turned back to Victoria, will be our membership criteria. Success, it turns out, isn't just about who you know or what you wear. You can't do this. She stepped forward. Daddy was a member here for 40 years. Yes, he was. And now his younger daughter owns it. Funny how life works out, isn't it? The room had erupted into confused murmurs. These people had never seen me as anything but Victoria's quiet sister, the one who missed social events because she was working. They were about to learn what that work had built. Oh, and Victoria? I added, just loud enough for her circle to hear. About your membership. We should talk. I'm reviewing all applications personally now. I stepped down from the podium, accepting congratulations from stunned board members while Victoria stood frozen in place. My phone buzzed. A message from my real estate director. Hotel deal in Paris is done. You now own the building next to Victoria's favorite shopping spot. I smiled, typing back. Perfect. Next target. The marina where she docks her husband's boat. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't just buying what they value. It's showing them that while they were busy judging, you were busy building an empire. And I was just getting started. The morning after the gala, I sat in my new office at Oakwood, reviewing membership files while the city's elite blew up my phone. Victoria had apparently spent the night calling everyone she knew, trying to challenge the sale. Miss Pierce? My new assistant, Margaret, appeared at the door. Your sister is here. Again, and your father just arrived. Send them both in. I closed the membership folder I'd been reviewing, coincidentally, Victoria's. They'd burst in like a storm. Victoria in designer casual wear, Dad in his golf clothes, both red-faced and bristling. Catherine Ann Pierce. Dad started, using my full name like I was still 12. What the hell do you think you're doing? Running my business. I gestured to the chairs across from my desk. Please sit. This isn't a business, Victoria spat. This is our club, our legacy. Was your club? I corrected gently. The papers are signed. The money's transferred. Oakwood is mine. Dad leaned forward. Where did you even get that kind of money? Would you like to see my portfolio? I opened my laptop, turning it toward them. 15 luxury hotels, 12 residential developments, 3 marinas. Well, 4 now that I've acquired Blue Harbor. Victoria's face went white. Blue Harbor? But George's boat. We'll need a new berth, yes. Unless you'd like to discuss a long-term lease. I smiled. My rates are quite reasonable. For now. This is spite, she hissed. Pure spite. No, Victoria. This is business. I stood up, walking to the window overlooking the golf course. While you were planning parties and judging people's worth by their clothes, I was building something. Something bigger than your little social circle could ever imagine. Daddy. Victoria turned to our father. Do something. But Dad was still staring at my laptop screen, at the numbers that showed exactly how much his quiet younger daughter was worth. Catherine. These properties. How long? 10 years. I turned back to them. 10 years of being the sister who was too busy working to attend your precious social events. 10 years of listening to Victoria mock my choices while I was quietly buying up half the luxury properties in 3 states. Why didn't you tell us? Would you have believed me? I sat back down. Or would you have dismissed it, like you dismissed everything else I did that didn't fit your country club vision of success? Victoria stood up suddenly. I want to speak to William Bradford. The board won't stand for this. The board already voted. Unanimously. I pulled out another folder. They were quite enthusiastic about my plans for modernization and the capital injection I'm providing. Your plans? Dad's voice was weak. New spa facilities, updated golf course, expanded marina. I paused. Oh, and a complete review of the membership criteria. No more automatic legacy admissions. You can't. Victoria practically screamed. My children, their children, will need to qualify on their own merits. I opened her membership folder. Speaking of which, we should discuss your annual review. Dad stood up, putting a hand on Victoria's arm. Catherine, please. Whatever point you're trying to make has already been made. I closed the folder. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting with the architectural team about the new wellness center. This isn't over, Victoria promised, her voice shaking. Actually, it is. I pressed the intercom. Margaret, please show them out and send in the architects. After they left, I checked my phone. 3 missed calls from Mom, dozens of texts from Victoria's social circle, and 1 message from my investment director. Paris hotel renovation approved. Starting next week. I smiled, typing back. Perfect timing. Victoria usually shops there during Fashion Week. Because sometimes success isn't just about proving them wrong. It's about building an empire so vast they can't ignore it. And every property, every acquisition, every business deal was another brick in that empire. My phone buzzed again. William Bradford. Board loved the renovation plans. Victoria's friends are panicking about membership reviews. Good, I replied. They should be. Because I wasn't just changing a country club. I was changing the rules of their entire game. And I was just getting started. 6 months later, Oakwood Country Club had transformed. The new spa gleamed with marble and glass. The golf course had been redesigned by a world-renowned architect, and the membership roster had changed dramatically. I sat in my office, reviewing the latest applications. Amanda, the real estate agent Victoria had mocked, was now our newest member, her successful agency and charitable work easily meeting our new merit-based criteria. Meanwhile, half of Victoria's social circle had failed their membership reviews. Miss Pierce? Margaret appeared at my door. Your mother's here. I looked up, surprised. Mom had been conspicuously absent since the takeover. Send her in. She entered tentatively, looking elegant, but uncomfortable. Catherine, the club looks amazing. Thank you. Please sit. She perched on the edge of the chair, clutching her designer handbag. Victoria's not doing well. I heard. Losing her membership must have been difficult. It's not just that. Mom shifted. Her friends, her social standing, everything's changed. And now with the Paris hotel. I smiled slightly. My renovation of the hotel next to her favorite shopping district had effectively ended her annual Fashion Week trips. The noise and construction made the whole area unbearable. Business is business, Mom. Is it? She met my eyes. Or is this punishment? I leaned back, considering. Do you remember my college graduation? She frowned at the apparent non sequitur. Of course. Victoria was 2 hours late because she was hosting a club luncheon. Dad left early for a golf game. You spent the whole ceremony on the phone with your interior decorator. Catherine, I graduated summa cum laude with a double major in business and economics. I had 3 job offers from top investment firms. None of you even asked about it. She had the grace to look ashamed. We should have. Yes, you should have. I stood up, walking to the window. But you were all too busy with this place, the parties, the social status, the perfect country club life. So I built my own life, my own success, my own empire. And now, You're using it to hurt your sister. No, I turned back to her. I'm using it to show her, all of you, what real success looks like. It's not about membership cards or social circles. It's about building something meaningful. By destroying what matters to her, by changing the rules. I sat down again. The new Oakwood is thriving. Membership is up. Our charitable giving has tripled. We've started a scholarship program for underprivileged youth. When was the last time Victoria's social circle did anything that actually mattered? Mom was quiet for a long moment. I saw the new membership list. Amanda Reynolds, the real estate agent, who built her agency from nothing and runs 3 homeless shelters. Yes. And Victoria could reapply if she meets the new criteria. Success, community involvement, actual achievements, rather than inherited status. Mom stood up slowly. You've changed everything. No, Mom. I just showed everyone what was always possible. I pulled out a folder. Here, your membership review is next week. I suggest you read the new criteria carefully. After she left, I walked down to the new spa complex. Members greeted me warmly, not with a fake social air of before, but with genuine respect. These were people who'd earned their place here, just as I had earned mine. My phone buzzed. A message from Victoria. I heard Mom came to see you. I want to talk. I typed back, my office. Tomorrow. Bring your CV and community service record. Because sometimes the biggest victory isn't in the taking, it's in the transforming. I hadn't just bought their precious club, I'd changed what it meant to belong. 1 year later, I stood at the podium during Oakwood's annual charity gala. The room looked different, more diverse, more accomplished, more real. Last year, I addressed the crowd. I stood here as the new owner. Some of you were shocked. Some were angry. Some predicted disaster. I paused, looking at Victoria in the back of the room. She'd earned her way back in, eventually, starting a foundation for educational equality and actually making a difference. But look at us now. Our membership is stronger than ever. Our impact on the community is greater. We've proven that true success isn't about who you know or where you come from. It's about what you build, what you achieve, what you give back. After the speech, Victoria approached me. You were right, she said quietly, about everything. I nodded. I know. I just never understood. While I was planning parties, you were planning. An empire, I finished. And now you understand what real success looks like. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't just winning the game, it's changing it entirely. And as I looked out over my transformed club, at the new faces and new energy and new purpose, I knew I'd done exactly that. My phone buzzed one last time. My investment director. Ready to start on the next acquisition? I smiled, typing back, always. Because this was never about a country club. It was about showing them all what real power, real success, and real change looked like. And I was still just getting started.